I'm Jonah.
And I'm Rishik.
And this is The Bottom of the Food Chain, a podcast where two socially inept middle schoolers rant for about 30 minutes.
Now, quick disclaimer for all of you people watching. While we do want you to watch this podcast, I definitely feel that this is more for me and Jonah. You know what I mean? If you hate it, you hate it. You know, you're entitled to your own opinion. But if you love it, that's also great. Just let us know what we can do to make this better. You know? Let's just get right into it. This is going to be a segment called A Week in Review, where we just talk about what happened this week. This wasn't really that recent, or...
It was recent.
It was recent. It was like a couple weeks ago, but the whole synagogue brawl in New York City, dude, that was wild.
There are underground tunnels in New York City, and these Hasidic Jews, which is
really religious Jewish people. Yeah.
I'm Jewish, by the way.
Represent.
So
there were tunnels underground that they recently built, and then the cops showed up to their synagogue to shut it down. And then they started fighting the cops.
They were throwing hands.
They were throwing hands with the cops. And the funniest thing about it is that out of every single minority of person, out of every single, person, every group of people, the very last group of people that I thought would incite a riot and fight police officers and get arrested would be Hasidic Jews. That's at the bottom of my list. That's, not a thing that I would ever expect to happen.
They're just so religious and... not there are people who I'm pretty sure God doesn't want you to be fighting authorities, you know, which is why it's so crazy how these people just
fought
the cops find them and then nope, you're coming with
those are okay. So if Hasidic Jews are people that would be least likely to incite a riot and fight cops, who is a group of people who are most likely to do that?
Alright. We might border on stereotypes here, so let's be silly.
Let's be silly.
Most likely...
Green Bay Packer fans. Green Bay Packer fans
just
are not...
their cheese hats in the...
They're not... No, dude, you don't understand. No. Any college football fan, those men are... Those guys... Listen... I don't know if you've seen this, but there's one guy called Snarp, and what he does is he wears opposing teams' jerseys. He pulls up to their campuses when they're losing, and he just walks around. And the things that he gets called, he just says, "Good game, guys." The things that he gets called is wild. You know what I mean? It's just insane. Like how aggressive. Other than them, who else?
Alright, let me think. Los Angeles homeless people.
Definitely. It's just a massive... Ooh, in Las Vegas, there's a group of people that live underground in, tunnels. They would definitely...
Just like this?
Just like the Jews, yeah. They would definitely get into, a fist fight with cops.
That's crazy.
Little League... the parents that watch Little League games, baseball games, especially if they're from Massachusetts, dude, they're wild.
I love that South Park episode where the teams are trying to lose so they don't have to play Little League anymore.
Dude, I love that episode too. It's so good.
Randy keeps picking fights with the other parents. And,
yeah. Dude.
And he wants them to win so he can keep fighting people.
Yeah. Anybody who owns a Toyota in the suburbs definitely gets into hella fights. They definitely you throw in hands.
My dad has a
Toyota. Well, now I know not to mess with your dad, man. And definitely anybody who willingly works at a Bojangles.
Bojangles?
Definitely. They are definitely, their fried chicken is, tight, but, they would definitely give your nose, a mean... They would definitely give you a mean, bloody nose if you messed with them. You know what I mean?
You know who I'm thinking?
Who?
Those, people who, the people in the costumes at Disney World.
Oh,
Once
the
they
actors.
get out of a day at work, Not like the princesses, because they don't have to sit around in a head all day. But
the people in the suits like Goofy and
they get home from work and then the police come. They're throwing hands. Dude. Oh no! Every Olympian after they win a gold medal, like they're just in the drive-thru. They got all that adrenaline.
No. After all their adrenaline's gone, they're just sitting. I can imagine Michael Phelps in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh, they just think they're a tough guy?
No. Michael Phelps, right?
Yeah.
Imagine this. I'm painting a scene. Michael Phelps just won like 3 or 4 gold medals.
Mm-hmm.
Tired as hell. Sitting in his beat-up Buick. McDonald's drive-thru. He just wants a 40-piece McNugget, 3 large fries, and an extra large Frosty. And some dude in front of him is just taking his sweet time. Just like, can I get a... You guys have Whoppers here, right? Can I get like a maybe like a?
If you ask for a Whopper, I heard they spit in your food.
Yeah, that's what Michael Phelps, dude. If I was Michael Phelps and I just won 3 gold medals and I had to wait like 15 minutes just because some dude forgot what chain he was at, I'm getting out of the car and I'm putting his head in his radiator. Like, I don't care. Just like any Olympic gold medalist, right after they won a gold medal, just like doesn't care. Like, they don't care. They've already got the gold medal. Why not just get arrested? Oh, and anybody who watches Andrew Tate.
Speaking of, Aiden Ross scam. This
Aiden Ross, every pre-adolescent's favorite streamer, unless you're me and him.
That's not true. Yeah, a lot of kids at our school don't like him.
What do you mean a lot of kids at our school don't like him? A lot of kids at our school like love that Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross, Sneeko circle, which I don't understand the appeal.
Kai Cenat isn't in that circle.
Oh, yes he is. Kai
He's
Cenat.
not in the red pill circle.
Right, AMP isn't in the red pill.
That
He's just friends with Aiden Ross. Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of Aiden Ross, he got scammed out of $2 million. The big old... Oh, was that a Dr. Evil reference?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. $2 million and a Ferrari. Just to have Playboy Cardi awkwardly dance in his... Playboy Cardi literally did this. Like, he was just like... He was just standing there. He was like slightly moving. He was just like, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then he went, alright, love y'all, new music 2024, and left. Bro, Aiden Ross was in a warehouse. He was in a warehouse.
It was just waiting for him the whole time.
Dude,
I feel bad a little bit, but also...
It's Aiden Ross.
He's a moron.
It's Aiden Ross. He had like a comically large bag of money. Like, in every bank robbery, like, you have these massive bags with money. Like, Aiden Ross, like... Dude, I'm imagining, you know the beginning of, like, The Dark Knight?
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, all the Joker? Dude, I'm imagining Aiden Ross is, like, one of those clowns when he just finished robbing a bank and he's like, alright, time to go to this warehouse with Playboy Cardi. And he just has that massive bag of $2 million, dude. Like, and a Ferrari. That's what's crazy. That's what's wild to me. Like, and Playboy Cardi was trying to be all cryptic. You know what I mean?
He's so weird. He's trying to be cool, and he's made pretty good music. He's
made good music. Like, I'm gonna put it like this: if I was at a Playboy Cardi concert, and any of his songs came off, like, I would go crazy. I would enjoy myself. I would, you know, I would be a rager.
He just seems like a weird dude.
He just seems like definitely a weird dude. And have you heard what he did with his wife? Dude, apparently, when his wife was giving birth, he was in Philly playing Madden with Lil Uzi Vert.
You're kidding. Bro!
He didn't even show up to the birth of his own child.
Poor...
You know who his wife is? Iggy Azalea.
His wife
ex-wife, Iggy Azalea. Or his fiance, something, but they have a kid together.
That's probably why they're not married anymore,
because he was playing Madden with Lil Uzi while his kid was being born. Oh, that's hilarious. Dude, but he's trying to be, like, all cryptic. He's trying to be, like, one of those weird, like... It's just not working for him. Like, he was a normal guy. Like, his old interviews, he's just, like, answering normal questions. It was like, yeah, I used to be in music. And now he's, like, wearing masks and he's, like, releasing weird music. You know what I mean? It's just, like, chill out, bro.
He's experimenting, I guess.
Experimenting with what?
I don't know.
He must be
music
on...
style.
He must be on... So he must be experimenting with something in order to, like, be acting like that, if you know what I mean. He must be experimenting with something else.
Get into the Prowler stash. We've been playing Spider-Man 2 before this.
Dude, I hope they give Harry Osborn cancer again. I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
What if someone's
watching this that's struggling with cancer?
Their name isn't Harry Osborn. They aren't in the game Spider-Man 2.
I hope you make it through.
If anybody's watching this who has cancer, we
love
you. We hope you make it through. Okay? We hope you have a wonderful life. I hope cancer, I hope cancer dies. I hope it, has a really, really miserable time. I hope I hope cancer wants to kill itself. Okay? There, I said it. Hot take, but I hope cancer wants to kill itself. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, but I hate Aiden Ross. I hate Aiden Ross and the way that he acts and behaves, and he thinks he's so tough. You know what I mean? He thinks he's that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
You have to say it with a Midwestern accent every time. You're not that guy, buddy. You're not that guy.
He does sound like that.
No, but Aiden Ross and Sneeko. Oh, don't even get me started on Sneeko. Dude, that man just makes me irrationally mad. And he just looks so goofy too. He just doesn't look like a real person.
They're so insecure. And I don't like that because they act like they're cool, but they have all these insecurities. And they do these stupid things. Aiden Ross pulled up the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, he was watching it on Kick, which is not really that big of a deal on Kick because you can do anything. Kick's the Wild West.
Still illegal.
It's still illegal, but if you did that stuff on Twitch, you'd get banned for life. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Sneeko, they act so tough. They think they're that guy when in reality, the second that somebody real steps up to them and is like, hey, they automatically counter. They're like, yes, whatever you say. But you know who's worse than them? Dude, those IRL streamer guys like Neon and Jack Doherty.
Oh, Neon is so annoying.
Dude, do you know who Jack Doherty is?
Yes.
I hate them. Okay, so for context, because you're not as chronically online as me and Jonah.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I am. Okay.
I love you tried to defend yourself. You're like, you know what? Never mind. There are these streamers online that make a living and make it so much money off of going in public and just messing with normal people. Imagine you're this dude, right? It's your daughter's birthday. You're just trying to get her something nice. You don't really have too much money. You go to a Walmart. And you see this absolute buffoon, Jack Doherty, just taking these massive things of Coke that he didn't even pay for, mind you, dumping Mentos in it and just making a massive scene. And then he just comes up to you and acts all tough and he's all hard. And then the second and you've had enough, you know what I mean? You've had a rough day. You just want to get your daughter a present, right? You automatically you're about to fight this guy. His bodyguard comes out of nowhere and he's like, you trying to do something? It's just so annoying because these are the guys that think they're tough. The second that they think they're doing something right, all of a sudden, bam, like that. Their bodyguard comes in front of them. They protect them. They can do anything that they want.
She's so entitled.
So entitled, dude. I hate it when guys are like that. When they act all tough, and the second that somebody tries to do something to them, they run away immediately. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what's really annoying about it. But speaking of the Super Bowl, and the guy who streamed the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl tomorrow.
Super Bowl's tomorrow. You in a football much?
Nope.
Not really?
Not sports much.
Really? You don't really watch sports too much?
No, I love the World Cup. I watched the World Cup last year.
World Cup's great. Yeah, World Cup's great.
I woke up at 5 every morning.
No way, really?
Uh-huh.
Even for the normal qualifying games?
Yeah, no, I fell asleep during some of them though.
Yeah, because you woke up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I love the World Cup too. The World Cup was an event. Kids at school were finding all these illegal Chinese streaming sites to watch the World Cup live.
Yeah, there's Yalla Shoots or whatever.
Yalla Shoots or something. Or XXXY Watch Now.net. And it was and they worked too. They didn't download viruses or anything. They're you could watch the World in Spanish class sometimes we would watch some of the games. I'm pretty sure we watched I don't remember what it was, but it was Mexico versus Honduras or something. That was a great day.
I watched I got my grandma's Fox Sports login.
Really?
So I could just watch that. And so I remember I'd walk through the hallways with my headphones in, just looking at my computer.
I remember that. I remember seeing you do that.
Mr. Freeman got mad at me.
Well, yeah, because it's Mr. Freeman, but dude, Morocco, I'm sorry, but Morocco should have won. Come on. They beat Cristiano Ronaldo, and they weren't able to do it, which kind of makes me mad, but, Morocco, you're up next. I want you to win this next World Cup, all right? But not a big sports guy?
No. I'll get hyped for big events, but, I'll never, if I'm watching TV and there's a game on, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna watch TV.
Speaking of sports,
I'm not putting the game on.
Speaking of sports, the other day it was my sister's birthday, and we went to the Bruins game.
Yeah.
And we were in the fourth, it was like, so close to the ring. Like, I could see Marshawn's mustache. Like, I could see it. Bro looks like Mario. Bro looks like Super Mario. Have you seen a picture of him?
No.
Brad Marchand? Dude, I have to show you. He looks exactly like Mario if Mario had, like, severe anger issues. Like, he's known for getting to fist fights.
I do love hockey.
Dude, the other day, me and Roman were talking about how much we like it when they fight during hockey, and Mr. Blue was like, you guys are like, you're hockey regulars. Like, oh, he's one of our subs. He's like a young sub that we have, and all the kids love him. But like, he was like, you guys are hockey regulars. Like, only regulars love it when the guys fight. And I'm like, okay, sure. But let me find a picture of him with a mustache.
Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
All right, here. This is Marshawn. Doesn't he look like a Mario?
A little bit.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
He looks like him a bit. He looks like, Mario a bit. But Super Bowl, you said? Who am I rooting for?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be candid. This is the popular opinion here, but I really hope Patrick Mahomes doesn't win.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want Patrick Mahomes to win. I don't like Patrick Mahomes. Dude, I already see enough of him. Like, every time I watch TV, there's always a State Farm commercial with Patrick Mahomes in it. And, like, every one of the commercials goes the same way. It's just people doing normal stuff, and then they look to the side, and they're like, Patrick Mahomes, 3-time Super Bowl winner, what are you doing in a Subway?
It was so funny, because I was in the Berkshire County, you know where that is?
Yeah.
And so, I was in this Holiday Inn, and I got the pull-out couch because, everybody else called dibs.
Right.
And so, but I got the TV, I got the biggest TV. So, I got up early, and I put on Cartoon Network, and there was this Scooby-Doo show, except it's called Scooby-Doo and Guess Who?
Yes, I know it, and it was Patrick Mahomes.
No. But it's just celebrities, I think.
Yeah.
And so, freaking Macklemore shows up.
Macklemore.
And he's like, oh my god, is that award-winning rapper and singer Macklemore?
And Macklemore's like, yeah, it. Dude, I hate Macklemore, his music. Dude, my sister went to the Macklemore concert, and I wouldn't let her hear the end of it because I was like, yeah. Every time we got into an argument, it was like, you went to the Macklemore concert. You literally can't criticize me in any way. Macklemore, if you're watching this, I hope you delete all of your music off the internet. Like,
Love you, Macklemore. That was a great decision to be in that episode.
Oh, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. Yeah, right. You really robbed Kendrick Lamar of his spot on Scooby-Doo and Guess Who.
I don't know if he's been on there yet. Maybe.
Kendrick better be on Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. Kendrick Lamar and Shaggy would drop some serious bars.
That is so funny.
But the point, but I don't like Patrick Mahomes. Like, he's so full of himself, like, I don't know. I don't like him. I hope the 49ers win. Because the last time 49ers went to the Super Bowl, it was against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm, there was a bad call, right?
It was a bad call, yeah. Imagine, like, the hurt if you go to the Super Bowl again and, like, all your team's like, this is going to be our time, guys. And you lose.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, like, going to a game and losing, Air Bud.
Stop! Air Bud?
The dog, if you don't know what Air Bud is, it's an entire movie series about a dog who plays sports. Imagine you play basketball. You and your team are on a roll. You're undefeated. You go to the championship. And you see a golden retriever, and you look at your coach, and your coach is like, what? And he's talking to the rest, and he's like, coach, and he's like, Bud, this is for, like, kids, not for dogs. And he's like, and the ref just shrugs, and you lose a basketball game to a golden, the absolute trauma that I would have for golden retrievers after that. Like, I would hate golden retrievers after that. Like, getting robbed from a golden retriever? Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm a Swiftie, so I'm rooting for Chiefs because Travis Kelce seems not the smartest, but he seems like.
What do you mean not the smartest? What do you mean?
Like the average football player, he seems like a meathead.
Travis Kelce definitely seems like the Morgan Wallen type of guy to get like really drunk and after. Taylor Swift refuses to say anything about it. After an insane amount of backlash, Taylor Swift cuts off the engagement. That is my prediction for what's going to happen in this relationship. I'm kidding. No. I hope that Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce succeed, even though I am not. We'll get into that later. But the halftime show, Usher, you know what I mean? He hasn't released an album since God knows when. When is the last time that like somebody's been like, Usher's making some pretty big waves in the music scene, right? Usher's going to be like, he's been making, like, when's the last time you heard anybody talk about Usher?
I haven't.
Exactly.
I've never heard.
Dude, I haven't been alive I haven't lived long enough for people to be like, yeah, Usher's making some pretty big waves. You know, I haven't lived enough, but like he has hits on hits on hits.
He has good music.
He has good music. It's not like I'm gonna pull up and be like, guys. It's not like if I'm in the car and I'm chilling with my friends and I'm like, guys, you know what would make this car ride a hell of a lot better? Some Usher. Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing Usher, but I can understand the appeal of his music.
Yeah. I think
it's a good thing that Taylor Swift isn't the halftime show this year.
I don't know a lot of the halftime shows before Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, then Rihanna.
Okay, so the ones before that, they were like The Weeknd. The Weeknd was like 2019, 2020.
I think Lady Gaga came in on an elephant one time in like 2016.
Katy Perry was one that was like really bad. U2 was one, also really bad. I didn't like those. Prince, greatest Super Bowl halftime show of all time. Michael Jackson, dude. If you watch that clip, me and my mom were watching. She was like, Michael Jackson was like the Super Bowl. He was like the halftime show. I was like, yeah, we watched it for like a solid 3 minutes. Bro was just standing on the stage like this, with his sunglasses. He's like, his arms are at his side, and then for like a solid 3 minutes, the crowd just doesn't stop. And then he takes off his sunglasses, and he like looks to the side, and then the music kicks, and he's like, yow!
Hell yeah. Michael Jackson is the weirdest guy I've ever heard of.
Yeah, no. But
without addressing the allegations.
Which we will not be doing.
Yep.
We will not be addressing the allegations. Mm-hmm. If you want to hear...
Look it up.
Look it up.
We're not talking...
Talk to Macaulay Culkin. You know he was best... If you don't know who Macaulay Culkin, he played Kevin in Home Alone. That guy, yeah. He was best friends with Michael Jackson when he was like 9 and Michael Jackson was like 28.
Yeah, because, yeah.
For reasons. So, look it up. We will not be addressing that, but as far as halftime show goes, Prince was the greatest halftime show of all time. Like, dude, he's playing Purple Rain. Uh-huh. It starts raining. Not planned. He's just like, Purple Rain, and it just starts raining. And then, dude, he has like a 4-minute guitar solo. Like a massive
awesome
tapestry pops up. It's just his shadow. You're seeing him rip on guitar and like the entire crowd is harmonizing. Paul McCartney was...
Oh, yeah, I love
He did Hey Jude, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, well, Prince was like an insane halftime show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just absolutely awful. In my opinion, greatest. But and then The Weeknd was also really good. I remember people didn't really like it for quite a long time, but he was up there, top tier. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think I don't know. I only really got into the Super Bowl after Eminem and Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. I thought that was
50 Cent, yeah.
Great. Oh yeah, 50 Cent.
I think that it's kind of a good thing that Taylor Swift isn't doing the halftime show this year. Because, Then
it would just be a Taylor Swift concert.
It would just be about Taylor Swift. Like no one would be able to get tickets for her. You know what I mean? Not for her, but for the Super Bowl, because it would just be a bunch of screaming 15-year-olds. Which, if you are a livid, Taylor Swift fan, and if you love Taylor Swift, nothing against you. Love who you love. I mean, if I saw Denzel Washington in the flesh, I would fangirl. You know what I mean? If I saw Brendan Fraser in the flesh, I would, pee myself. And I would be like, oh my god, you're... And I would start hyperventilating. I understand people do that, and I that's cool and whatever, but, it's just not personally my thing. Him, on the other hand...
I like Taylor Swift.
Like is an understatement. You...
I mean, I really enjoy her music. But I think I'm enjoying Olivia Rodrigo more now. Olivia Rodrigo is my favorite, and
that's the thing with me. I like to describe myself as an honorary white girl because I love all this stuff that is typically associated with white girls. The white girl stereotype, Legally Blonde, Clueless, Mean Girls. Some of my favorite movies. Those are just comfort movies.
Good
you know what I mean? Yeah, right. But then also I love white girl jams. A while back when I was at summer camp, they put on a playlist of white girl jams, and me and all my buddies just started heavy hardcore moshing to it.
That's funny.
One of the guys got a bloody nose because we went too hard and they shut the whole thing down. They were playing Last Friday Night when he got a bloody nose. It was Last Friday Night, California Girls, Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna. It was so fun. Fond memory. But I think my big thing with Swifties is they're really parasocial, don't you think?
Yeah, but there's a lot of parasocial...
There's a lot of parasocial relationships. For me, the parasocial relationship tier list goes like Dream, Taylor Swift.
I hate Dream.
Like, Dream is the worst. Like, he posted his number, and the things that his fans will be sending him is crazy.
He addressed all of his controversies in that video, but also, like, and some of them are fair, I just don't like him.
Yeah, he's just an unlikable guy. Like, I don't like him. Like, not even slightly. He's just annoying. I don't like him. Mm-hmm. But, like, Taylor Swift fans and Dream fans are really parasocial. You know what I mean? They love acting like this person that they idolize is, like, somebody that they know personally. There's this one Tyler, the Creator quote that goes along the lines of, "Never forget that some of you N-words think you know me because of a couple tracks that I put out." Which is entirely true. Like, you don't know Taylor Swift at all. Like, for all you know, this could all be a persona. Like, when Taylor Swift goes home, maybe she's just, like, a grandmother, you know?
I don't know.
But for cats, you know, and she just likes knitting, and she hates all of the music that she puts out, and she just wants to make, like, a folk album with, like, her and Willie Nelson, you know? We don't know anything about Taylor Swift. But I think that, and, like, a lot of her fans, like obsessing over, like, her relationships, which is just, like, calm down, you know? Well, I do think she's a grown woman and can make her own decisions, and she doesn't need people making them for her. The decision to date Maddie Healy, pretty scuffed.
A lot of people don't think they really did it. I don't know.
No, there's, like, pictures of them kissing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can get any more romantic than that. But, like, the decision to, like, even associate with him is pretty bad, too, don't you think?
I don't like him.
I don't like Maddie Healy. I love his music, the 1975. I think they're great, but Maddie Healy's just such a jerk. He has such a big mouth, you know what I mean? He just doesn't know when to shut up.
Shout out Nick Kroll, Big Mouth.
I hate that show too. But Maddie Healy, like, he'll do stuff, and then he'll be like, it's just a joke. Like, you don't understand. All these, like, snowflake liberals, they just, like, don't understand my jokes. It's my art. He just comes off as one of those guys who just... He just wants to, like, say really offensive things and just have no repercussions. You know what I mean?
Alright, I think we're running low on time, so let's talk Ozymandias.
Ozymandias? You want to talk about Ozymandias? Alright. So, there's this comic book called Watchmen, which, if you haven't read it, it's one of the greatest pieces of literary fiction of all time. Like, it's up there for me, personally. I think if you don't know what it is, you should read it, but, you know, it's not going to be for everybody. But Watchmen takes place in this world. It's an alternate version of the Cold War where, the world is on the brink of nuclear collapse. You know what I mean? And, they're superheroes. None of them have powers except this one guy named Dr. Manhattan, who has all the powers, besides the point. One of these so-called superheroes, his name is Ozymandias. I know, mouthful. He's named after this one poem, Ozymandias, King of Kings. Besides the point. This guy, Ozymandias, smartest guy in the world. Like, above Einstein. And his whole thing is that he sees that the world's on the brink of nuclear collapse. Like, the world's gonna end. So what he does is he makes an alien. And he releases it into the world. Like a massive weapon of mass destruction. Like an organism. And that organism kills about 3 to 2 billion people. Which essentially, like, saves the world, because all the countries, like, unite together to, like, stop him. Or stop the alien.
Yeah.
My question for you, Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that decision to release the alien out in the world and kill the 2 billion people to save the world, would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't?
We talked about this right before this, but I said, if everybody dies, no one mourns.
Deep.
Which is, it's crazy. I just said that out of nowhere, but, like, it's, you know... See, what I said, though, is if I kill 2 billion people, that's 2 billion mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers,
wives,
cousins,
husbands, best friends. It's like...
That's too much
that's
for me. I'm not doing it.
My thing is, like, if you put yourself in the situation, right, it's easy to sit here from afar and look at it and be like, I'm not doing that. But if you really stepped into the shoes of this guy, like, would you do it? And that's the other thing about Ozymandias. It's like... He's completely apathetic. You know what I mean?
I don't think I would want to live in a world where I killed 2 billion.
Like, we're normal people, you know?
This one?
If I shot If I shot anybody, any single person, that would weigh pretty heavy on my mind. Mm-hmm. Killing 2 to 3 billion people is pretty crazy. But, like, we're not Ozymandias. This guy, Ozymandias, like I said, is completely apathetic. Like,
he said, I did it!
Like, the exact panel after he kills 2 billion people is this. He's saying, I did it.
Center? Yeah, that's it.
He's saying, I did it. His hands are, he's grinning ear to ear. He's like, I killed 2 billion people. Let's go. Like, he was pre-gaming. Something tells me, like, him and all of his, like, rich buddies were just sitting there. They had the grill, you know. They were drinking beers. They were like, all right, any second now. They were treating it like it was, like, you know, the New Year's. They were like, 3, 2, 1. And, like, 3 billion people died.
You said, though, that Dr. Manhattan has all the powers, yet he can't stop nuclear.
Oh, right, yeah, that's the thing. Ozymandias and Dr. Manhattan, they're super, super apathetic. Like, Dr. Manhattan has, like, no, like, he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care about humans. Like, it's the whole thing about being a god. Like, Dr. Manhattan's a god, essentially. Mm-hmm. Like, what would you do if you were a god? If you live with enough power to end the world, like, that kind of makes you... It does something to a person. But, I don't think I would do it either. That's just too much to weigh on my hands. And also, I'm not smart enough to, like, correctly pull that off. I think I would, like, accidentally do something to kill everybody with that.
Yeah, but the scenario is saying that you could correctly
okay, alright. Well, then I still wouldn't do it. But, like, it's hard to tell from here. But, if you're watching, just let us know what you think would happen. Or what you would do. Or if there's, like, another, like, a way out, a cop-out. Of not killing 2 billion people. Valentine's Day is coming up. Mm-hmm. So, what's your opinion on Valentine's Day? Or do you have a Valentine this year?
Nope.
Nope, me neither. We are single, which...
Ready to mingle.
That's him. I'm good.
No, I'm good too.
I'm good. I don't think...
Dating in middle school is unnecessary.
In my opinion, it's unnecessary because the main issue is that a lot of people in middle school, they don't date because they genuinely like the person. Even if that may be the case, they date a lot of the times because...
For status.
For status. It's like a big thing. It's like, I see this person who, if I decide to date, I will get attention for doing it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to date them because I love them, or I care for them, or I even like them. I'm going to date them because it will benefit me.
It's a scummy way of looking at things. Because you could hurt someone.
You could seriously hurt someone. Like, people don't understand that, like, their actions have consequences. Like, even if you are only dating for status, that other person may not know that. They may actually genuinely think that, like, you care about them. And you're leading them on by making them think that, like, you love them. So when you eventually, or like them, and when you break up with them, that really breaks their heart, you know?
Mm-hmm. I just think...
And also...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
If you have the ability to hurt someone... You should think about if what you're doing is really necessary. If you really like this person, but in the end you could hurt them if you end up breaking up, I think you should be hurt in that too.
It should not be a one-sided thing where if you break up with them, that's just another Tuesday for you. But for that other person, it'll be like their world for a couple of weeks. That's not how it should work. Like, have empathy for that other person that you're dating. Then again, a lot of the people that we know aren't really emotionally intelligent. Not saying that they aren't, but they don't really use that.
Because we're in middle school.
Right, we're in middle school. Not everybody can just be, like, a genius emotionally like me. But I'm kidding. I don't mean that. My ego is on the ground. But I definitely think that people, if we learn to care about each other more, everything will just excel. You know? Mm-hmm. I think that if you... Because I spend a lot of time psychoanalyzing people. It's my thing. I think that if a lot of people don't really have in relationships the support that they want because of that very, like, you know, power transaction. It's like you're not dating because you care about this person. You're dating because they give you something or you get something from them, you know?
It's just wrong.
It's just wrong to date for that reason, you know?
But if you really care about someone...
If you want to date... And if you want to date for that reason, we'll judge you, but, like, you do you know what I mean? I think it's not, like, a necessary great thing to do, but, like, listen to your heart, man. Date in middle school. Do whatever you want. It's that's the way it is. And another thing with Valentine's Day, man, is that it's super, like, consumerist. You know what I mean?
Lots of holidays are, but also,
like Valentine's Day, it's weird, because when you think of Valentine's Day, what do you think of? Buying something.
Yeah.
Like, if you have, like, a wife, or a husband, or a significant other, or a fiance, or whatever, on Valentine's Day, you have to, like, buy them a massive thing of deep-fried, caramel-covered bacon chocolates to show that you love them. Like, why is that?
Yeah.
Is loving them just not enough?
No, I mean, I think it's romantic to do something, but also I feel like if the sentiment is just, here's something I bought. Like, it's not personal.
That's not the, yeah, it's not.
Where's the connection?
Like, if I was gonna get a gift for somebody, I would make it personal. Like, this is an anecdote.
What would you get for me?
I would need time to think about this, because this is rough.
Alright.
But I would, like, yeah.
Got a birthday coming up.
He does have a birthday coming up. Everybody wish Jonah happy birthday if you see him. But point I'm trying to make is that it's nice getting people something, but it should mean something. It should come from the heart. It shouldn't be a cop-out. It shouldn't be like, hey, I got you something. Now you have to love me. It shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean?
You should love someone and then feel happy that they did get you something.
You shouldn't love them because they got you something. You should love them because they decided to do it in the first place, regardless of what that one thing is. Also, that Valentine's Day is kind of like targeted towards children.
Not children, but like
preteens, adolescents, teens.
No, not preteens.
Oh yeah, not
teens,
well, yeah, teens.
Adolescents.
It's kind of weird in that way. You know what I mean? It's like I'm 14, 15. There's 13. Like 13. I'm 14. I'm 14. He's 13. There's like people that like take Valentine's Day as like an actual thing where they're like actually like young, you know, and they're like, and it's like what is the point of actually celebrating this as a holiday? You know what I mean? In my mind, but any romantic advice that me and Jonah give, take it with like a grain of salt because no experience whatsoever. I haven't been in a relationship. He hasn't been in a relationship. I mean, the only experience that I have with romantic relationships is
rejection, for me at least.
And me too. We have been rejected multiple times, which... why are you... Alright. We have been rejected multiple times, so if there's any guys out there that are afraid of rejection, I guess the best thing that you can do in that situation is...
Look at us!
Look at us.
Look
at how great we turned out because we were rejected. You know, we're making a podcast! No. But I guess the best advice that I could give about rejection is... if you like somebody, the best thing that you can do is be yourself and show them who you are. Because if they aren't going to accept you for that, they don't deserve to know you.
It's not going to work out.
It's not going to work out, you know? If they don't like you for who you are as a person, then they don't deserve.
Also, if you only like them for their looks and not who they are, that's also not going to work out.
Exactly. You should care about people not for like a superficial reason. You should care about them because of who they are.
Emotionally, and then if you're physically attracted to them, then
that's also a benefit, right? The personality should always come first. You know what they say? You come for the looks, you stay for the personality.
Don't you mean the opposite?
No, you go to a person because you're physically attracted to them.
Yeah.
You stay because you enjoy their company.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it's kind of hard to like, because the main reason why people like go up to each other and ask each other out is because they find them physically attractive. Like, you don't know a person from the get-go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the weird thing about like dating apps. You just see a picture and you're like, oh, okay, and then you swipe.
Well, I mean, also you can like read the description or whatever. Dating apps are the spawn of Satan.
I don't use them, so.
I wouldn't know, but I also know for a fact that Tinder is not a good thing. I think that Tinder has done more damage to modern dating than Andrew Tate has done to our youth. Actually, has it? Yeah.
I have no idea.
You heard it here first.
Never used it.
Tinder has done more damage to modern society than Andrew Tate has.
Clip that.
Clip that and send it. All right.
That's about
a wrap for today. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end. Thank you for watching us rant like a bunch of lunatics, deranged maniacs, Charles Manson-esque figures. Thank you. I highly appreciate it.
Don't compare us to murderers.
Okay. I kind of look like Charles Manson. Besides the point. If you enjoyed the podcast, drop a like. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like.
Subscribe, leave a comment, and also
new episode.
New podcast next week.
Hopefully we'll get it done and have a great day, man. Do the best that you can. Or woman, or whatever you prefer to identify as. Just have a great day. Or night, or wherever it is that you live.
Bye-bye.
Peace out, man.